What's going on, guys? It's your boy Random Guy Kev, and this is Thoughts of a Random Guy. We talk about many things dealing with love, dating, relationships, adulting, life's ups and downs, and the ever-evolving world of just being a human. Don't forget to check me out on all your favorite social media platforms at Random Guy Kev and my website at randomguykev.com. Today's topic is reassurance and clarity, and my co-host for this episode is
Ryan.
thank you, Ryan, for joining me for this episode. And when it comes to reassurance and clarity, I think it applies to everything we go through in life, not just relationships and family and things like, work, things you're going through in life, providing some type of reassurance and clarity. If you don't know what reassurance is, it's the act of removing doubt or fear to restore a person's sense of security. Clarity is the quality of being coherent, transparent, and easy to understand. It is the elimination of fog and ambiguity. And I feel like there's been times where we all have felt like we haven't gotten that reassurance and clarity from things going on around us.
hmm
Um, like me personally, like right now, I'm going through something at my job where I'm trying to get some reassurance and clarity on things happening around
Yep.
the company. Like, what's going on, guys? Tell me something so I understand what's going on, and I can move accordingly. Things, if I'm not able to get that reassurance and clarity, I think a lot of people's reaction is to leave. Like listen, I don't know what's going on. I'm afraid. I'm out of here. And that again, that applies to everything you're going through. Like if you don't know what's going on, why am I here? Let me take a step back so I don't get lost in the sauce.
I mean, reassurance is a lot of just, it comes down to stability with it, where you are, and it helps with your mindset as well. Having that reassurance, whether it's personally or in the environment around you, kind of helps you and your confidence, and how you approach a situation. If somebody's living in like a more turbulent kind of situation, then they become more unsure, and you can tell by the way they kind of hold themselves, and then the way they are, and then the kind of decisions that they make. Uh, when it comes down to everything from work, from personal life, from just normal day-to-day interactions.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then when it comes to reassurance and clarity in the corporate realm, from management or people around you, you want like I said, you want to know what's going on. Um, you want to have a better understanding of what's needed for whatever's going on for the project or anything that you're working on. Um, it's not like, okay, if you have leadership and they just kind of, just hey, this is what's happening for this and there. Hold on, bitch. I, give me some more details so I have a better understanding of why this is happening. Because right now I can say this in the IT realm, in a lot of corporate America, a lot of things are unsure and unclear because of what AI is happening, the wars going on. A lot of companies are just laying off personnel. It's like, all right, now I need some information. Why are we here? How did we get here? I need some understanding. I need some help. Help me figure it out.
It's that security, it's that peace of mind that a lot of people, I mean, just need in general. Just know that they have something to look forward to, that they shouldn't, like you were saying, should I start looking somewhere else? Am I going to be safe here? Am I going to be everything outside of their situation? Really, if it's something that they can't control, then, or if it's something that they can't control, a lot of people start, how do I say, like overthinking. Everything starts getting more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Overthinking,
yeah.
yeah, overthinking. Listen, overthinking is a bitch, and I will tell you, overthinking is terrible. And you try not to overthink a lot of situations,
hmm
but I mean, it's human nature. You're gonna overthink things if you see trends that don't make sense to you. You're like, why is that happening? You know what? And you try to
And
control your thoughts and not overthink, but yeah, it's that doesn't help. That doesn't
when it
help.
comes to a situation, that's where it really comes down to. It's you do what you can in the situation. You handle it the best way that the situation will allow. But at the end of the day, when it comes down, you've done what you could. The only thing you have control over is how you approach it, how your mindset is, how you walk away from it, how level you keep yourself. And that's huge for a lot of people that they forget.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, but on the in the corporate space, it's like, hey, you're trying to gather more information from your leadership, and a lot of times they don't even have the answers either. They don't know what's going on. It's like, damn, who could you go to now if leadership don't have the answers? Who would have the answers for me and provide me some type of clarity and reassurance? I mean, is it possible to be too clear in the corporate realm? It's like being honest, essentially. Like, hey, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. This is how we're moving. I don't think it's too possible to be too clear in the information you're providing.
It, I I could see it go both ways in the same way that if someone asks you about a situation, there's certain information, there's ways you can approach it to not necessarily, I want to say the word protect them, but if you know, especially the how they are, and you're still trying to figure out the situation yourself in a work environment, if you know that certain information, some of it you don't know yet, you could say how you approach it could be more over um, um, instead of going in there and being unsure, we don't know about this, we don't know about this, it helps to let people know that it's being worked on, it's actively being checked.
Yeah, agreed. Um,
But if you go in there saying we have no idea everything's going
I
on, that can definitely cause panic, worry in people.
agree. And it's like that anxiety buildup is crazy, and people don't understand. Like, we start getting that anxiety, that's when you start to overthink, and it's like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Start to crash out. Things always happen. When it comes to
Oh, I'm
those,
not saying hiding things from people, but like giving, guiding them, letting them know that that you're working on that situation essentially.
yeah, giving them enough information so they can,
Hmm.
so they somewhat feel somewhat assured that, hey, this person's working on finding out the information that I need, and kind of taking it from there. Um, when it comes to partnerships and relationships, that reassurance and clarity, we always hear that about. You need to give your partner some type of reassurance that you like them and that you want to be with them, because if they don't feel that way, then it's like, oh, it's time to leave. Um, I think uh, a lot of people, I feel like off the rips, a lot of people search for that reassurance. I feel like in a partnership, when you're in a relationship, you should be giving them some, type of reassurance and clarity whenever you guys are going through. Yeah, I like you, bitch. Fuck, stop,
Like
leave, like, relax.
in a relationship, ideally, it's a partnership. Like you're saying, like we're discussing right now, it's a back and forth. It's not just one person going all in. It's knowing when that some person just wants to vent, and when your partner wants advice. There's a difference, and it takes a while to realize that. It takes wisdom to understand which is the difference. What's gonna give them more reassurance? What's gonna give them more confidence, or what do they exactly need? It shows that you understand them, that you know them as a person. You understand what they need at that moment, and then
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. I mean, it's part of the whole relationship building, knowing what your person needs, and providing that. Hey, I'm here for you. I'm your person type vibe. Um, I mean, some people don't get that, and it's like, it's the anxiety buildup that happens, and it's like, damn, and you start to overthink situations. You start to overanalyze things and be like, I don't think this person like me for real. And this is why I think that. And it's like, and it's stuff that normally don't make sense. It's like, are you really just assuming? And this is why you sometimes, as men, we always need to. I think as men we get hit with that a lot, where it's like, hey, do you really like me?
yeah.
Are you sure? And it's like, ugh. because I mean, again, during the whole dating phase, I don't think a lot of us were taught how to provide reassurance to our partners.
Hmm. It really does
I,
stem from like how you grew up, what support system you had at home.
mm-hmm,
Because some people have the people that they can go to in their family where it's just, it doesn't even have to be your parents. Sometimes aunt, uncle, cousin, who's your go-to. Be best friend as well. When it comes down to being in that partnership and in a relationship, you hope that that person is your best friend that you can confide in with every little detail without judgment, guidance more than anything.
mm-hmm,
Uh,
yep, I agree, and I think even as a parent to your kids, I mean, we got a lot of people that have daddy or mommy issues because their parents never like really showed them that they care for them. They never got that reassurance from their parents. So like I feel like that plays a role in how they live life and how they do things.
Very much, yeah, and how they approach it's how they approach even like relationships, life, and everything else. Because when you're unsure about what you deliver, what you uh, um, what's required of you, what's expected of you. If it's kind of like becomes a single kind of path, okay, that's what's going to get me recognition. That's what's going to get me the accolades and everything from my parents. I mean, growing up, I was in that typical uh, like the accelerated program, and it was the grades. Grades really did. I mean, stereotype and everything. Grades what got the. That's what you need to do. Good. That's how you get the good work and recognition.
As
Uh,
an Asian.
yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. Growing up in that mindset. Okay, that's what it is. It wasn't so much the emotional side. My sister is the one that really, I mean, smart as well. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring
Mhm.
that part, but she understood like the more emotional side. She really does help uh, um, bring the emotions when it comes down to the family and have
Mhm.
people understand each other, recognize. I can be very right or wrong. Uh, um, kind of mindset, like the black and white, kind of like no real gray area, especially growing up. It's not right because of this. But then she kind of grounds me and says, well, they thought this, they saw it this way, everything else.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and as you go, you start realizing the type of person you are, and you grow within yourself to realize, oh, this isn't necessarily the right way to approach. Understanding that sometimes you come off too strong. You have to back up. You have to have the modesty. You have to
Hmm.
understand that, oh, I came off too strong. I just stepped back, looked at the situation, realized where I was, and then that's how you kind of grow. Um, and that's
Yeah.
something that it changes. That's something I've seen change from being a child, growing up, realize, and then having that kind of shifting that relationship with my parents, especially because I feel like we've gone a lot closer because we've understood each other more. We've understood every parent is, especially when you grow up, you start growing up, like, oh, your parent wasn't the superhero. I mean, they were a superhero for dealing with you, for having everything put together enough for you to grow up and be who
Yeah.
you are today. But at the same time, being over 30, your parent, like, looking back at it, they're look at where you are, like where we are right now, and understanding they were just humans too. They were just trying to figure it out. They were doing the best they can. And I'm not the first one to say that, but then it's kind of puts that in perspective. And it shows like, okay, they made it through. It assures you that, okay, I can push through. I have
Hmm.
them as somebody, as people that I can confide in as well.
Yeah. I mean, going from you know your partner to your parents, it's like I think that does kind of like mold you in a sense where it's like, okay, I need that. It's either I need that reassurance or like, oh, I'm okay. I don't need it. I'm good. I don't need that. Like, and it's just again. I think it's like you said. It's like kind of based how you're raised. Because I mean, we're all raised differently. You may get that. I love you from your parents. Hey, like, good job on that test, good job on this. Or you may get the completely ignored, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
essentially searching for validation from your family members. And then when you get older, that affects you too.
Yes, I mean, even to a point where I know that I've become more in like I, I don't. People can also go the other way where they become more independent. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
need to rely on myself. I need to be my own coach with it. It doesn't discount anything with your situation. It's what you've been through to understand. This is how I know how to approach this situation in
Yeah.
life based off your experiences. You know.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, a lot of times people when dealing with when dealing with people, sometimes sometimes they just need somebody to listen. Like, I hear you, I see what's going on. Like, I'm here, and sometimes, those words, they're good. Um, Again, for me, it's like, I think it depends what type of situation I'm currently in, and if I necessarily do require that reassurance. Like, with your friends, eh, like, depends on the situation, depends on what I'm going through, depends what we're. If it's like, okay, I'm doing like a business deal with my friends, and I provided them an X amount of money, I ought to make sure my money's being used for something that we talked about. I'm looking for like that reassurance and clarity on in the project, whatever's happening. Same thing for work. When it comes to a lover, it's like, yo, I want to make sure you like me. Don't play with my feelings, because then my anxiety will peak, and I'll just start being in my head and overthinking shit. I think there is an issue with like giving someone too much reassurance, in the sense that it feels like it's not genuine.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that comes with the what you're talking about with the I hear you part.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you becomes so strong, especially the way you portray it. It's I'm here for you is one thing. Hey, you can hit me up anytime you need me. And when it comes down to society nowadays, it's like one of those platitudes everybody says, "Hey, take care of yourself, have a good summer," everything, and that becomes some like if I'm here, or hit me up if you need me. But
Mm.
when you say something like what you're saying, like the power of "I hear you," it's in person or anything else. It's followed by the best ones are followed by a pause. It's like, "Hey, I know you're going through a lot. I hear you." You open it up to say, "Hey, this." I can tell you're going through something. I know it's not best for me to pull it out of you.
Yeah.
Um, but this is letting you know right now, like open up if you can. When the best things that I've had opened up, the situations where for me it's like in person. It's one of those you're just hanging out late night, just joking around everything else. When I
Mm-hmm.
was at university, there was one thing we did. We lived at we rented out one of the houses. What we would do is we called it roof talk, because essentially you would go climb to the roof, have a beer, and
Mm-hmm.
just sit there, chat, look at the stars, and at certain points we just open up. It's everybody has those. Like I said, we called it roof talk.
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
was those very deep conversations where nothing's leaving this conversation. We're just here to kind of express ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's we understand nothing has nothing written, nothing. There's no obligation to anything we're doing right now. We're just expressing ourselves. I had this with a couple of colleagues a couple of years ago. Multiple scenarios, like either work ones or just personal ones, where it doesn't happen right away. You can't force it. It's just the moment opens itself up, and it's a lot of and it just becomes very um, not enlightening. It's very satisfying. I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
for a stronger word. But yeah, I just hope everyone's able to kind of find that moment, find that experience, find the right time to make it happen. And it has to be organic, but you have to put yourself in that one where you're just out going on a limb, not racing everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, I like it. I like it when it's a little bit more organic, instead of, oh, I'm just checking off a checkbox.
that's the thing. Yeah,
Like, you
And
don't
that's
want to, like, he's checking off a checkbox. Now I feel hurt.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then I mean nowadays too, it's the phone coming out. It's just like or checking of the watch. That's the old way of looking at it. You can tell, oh, okay, we gotta wrap it up. You gotta go.
Yeah,
Everything
we
else.
gotta wrap it up. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like,
But like
fuck.
but like what you're saying is what you're talking about is the opposite of that. It's somebody who's I guess essentially trying too hard um
Mm.
to what was the word you were using? Oh, over reassurance. Over
Over
reassurance.
reassurance. Yep.
Yes, where you're kind of um you're kind of going and I think it really is what you're saying, just like checking off that box. It's like, oh, I know this will work, or they're just trying to say what makes them work out when it's uh, um, not so much about them per se.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, One of the things I've read before is when somebody tries to relate, they bring up a story about themselves
Okay.
when it's when they think, oh, see, we're on the same level, where it's more about letting them get that time to get that I hear you moment where they kind of
Where they,
just
where they're sharing a similar story about
yeah,
themselves.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
similar story, and then like, oh, this will relate it, or and then another or whatever else. See, it's like, yeah, everybody goes through this, you'll be good. Well, they're going through it now. There's steps they have to take. They have to first is let it out. You gotta let that. Um, is that yeah, the is that kind of where you're going with the when you brought up the over reassurance, or is that
Yeah,
more?
in a sense, yeah, definitely. It's kind of like you know, I feel like
Because like that's kind of like more of I guess I'm thinking more of like an information dump where it's just kind of like here's
yeah,
this, I've read this, I've been through, I had a friend who had this,
yeah.
and then you're basically coming in like, hey,
You're
I
trying to
solved
like,
it, you're
mm-hmm,
done,
mm-hmm.
we're good, let's have lunch. You're like, whoa, no.
Let's have lunch. Let's have lunch. It's crazy. Yeah, nah. That's essentially it. Like, why? I'm telling you my experience, and like you said, it's like, oh, well, I know somebody else that went through the same thing, and this, and this. Like, just
hmm
listen,
hmm
listen, and maybe
Yeah,
that's
people are working hard to try to relate to the situation rather than just
yeah.
let it kind
Sometimes
of
you don't have
develop.
to. I mean, I get it. Like, we all have experiences that we've been through, and a lot of us share a lot of the same experiences.
hmm
But
I mean,
like you said, it's like an information dump. Like,
hmm
I just want to provide you a bunch of stuff, and you didn't really listen to me.
hmm hmm it,
But yeah,
it,
like,
oh,
go ahead.
oh,
No, go ahead.
well, because part of it is like say like a trauma or somebody's going through grief or anything like that. Um, Sometimes a big thing is it's like not you don't have to fill in the silence. Sometimes the
Mm-hmm.
silence uh is what's needed. That's processing. You're there. You're there
Yeah,
for them. You say I hear you, but you're physically there. You're not
yeah,
there to fill in the gaps with this or that, whatever information you need. It's just you're there. You're there. You have nowhere else to be.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the big part, and that could be reassuring on its own.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything, but you just showing that you're not too busy for that moment
Mm-hmm.
speaks volumes, really.
Agreed. Again, I think we live. I feel like everything's a learning experience, of course, and we learn different things, different ways through different experiences, and you know, clarity is one thing, reassurance is another, and I feel like they kind of go hand in hand when dealing with different situations in life as a whole, relationships, friends, family, corporate world, business decisions, things like that. And I feel like um, it's okay to take a step back and really think before you say anything. Because I feel like a lot of times people just don't take that moment to like, all right, let me take a step back. Should I be providing this person like some reassurance, or should I be providing them clarity? Like, what's the vibes? What should I be doing? And again, as men, when it comes to reassurance and dating and being with somebody, I don't think we're not really good at it. I don't think we know when to do it because we just be living life and we think just doing shit for you and being your person is enough reassurance. But I know some of my female friends have told me like, hey, we like to hear that you still like us, that we're your person, we're this. Sometimes it's like the action and like the word confirmation, you saying it helps. It sounds stupid to us, but I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
dude, no, that's huge right there because I mean, I know newer generations are trying to fix that kind of, I don't know, generational trauma or just societal trauma of
Mm,
you don't open up. You don't cry. You don't show emotions. You stick it out. You rub dirt on it. All that.
yeah.
Um and as much as that's kind of like deteriorated like the male mindset of it. I'm sure there's the toxic side of it and everything. I'm talking about the ones that you're in a situation where you don't open up, you don't speak out. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not just like, it's not that important. It's moreover, no, I don't think it's important. I don't think I'm important enough to make that comment right now. Or what's the worst that can happen is
Mm,
way worse than what's the best that can happen for me opening up right now.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's could be the way you've just lived your life. Yeah,
Do you feel like providing some type of false reassurance is kind of like a form of manipulation?
false reassurance. In what sense?
Like, hey, an example would be in a relationship like, yeah, no, I really want you. But in the back of your head, you don't want that person.
Ah,
Like, you really don't. You're just saying it just because they said they probably had mentioned something and you're just like, no, 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 I really want you. I want you around. I want you to be my person, stuff like that. But you're like, you don't really want them. You're just saying it just to fit the moment.
you're saying it because that's what the situation's dictating towards, and that's the right answer.
Correct.
I have been I've been on both sides of that one.
Mm,
Seeing that, and I've noticed that it's easier and it feels better. You feel like you've done something when you are that person giving that false reassurance. You
okay.
think you're saving, you're helping that person and everything. But when it comes down to it, body language, just somebody's, I guess, the energy that they're giving off,
Mm-hmm.
it's when you get to a form where it just becomes like gaslighting, you have that person unsure about, well, are my instincts right? Are they off or anything else?
Mm-hmm.
It is harmful, but it is harmful. I think finding, and it could be the person that you're with, but finding a way to just be more honest with them overall, it helps out. Especially, why are you thinking that this is helping them out? Is it helping them, or is it
Mm-hmm.
helping you deal with them and
Yeah.
everything? What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, like you said, I think it again that you might not care that much, but it's just you just want this person out your face right now.
Oh, are you
That's what.
saying like relationship wise, or just like
No,
somebody you're
just in
chat?
general. You just want you, even if it's for a relationship, even for corporate work, it's like people in your life. I think you just want the person out your face. You just want to give them something so they can stop bothering you momentarily.
Oh, so if it's momentarily and everything, that's kind of different. I think we've
No,
both been in situations where we want somebody to go, but we don't know how to. I mean, there's
step out my
different.
face.
I've heard you be the get the fuck out of my face type of person too. It's just like, hey, that works. All right, cool. Especially if you become, the person who will, people will respect that too. That,
Yeah.
hey, I'm the type to walk away a lot. I'm the type of person to be like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm gonna walk out.
Hmm.
The thing is that if that's who you are, it shows, and like people could take it a certain way, but overall, you just gotta respect that. Hey, I'm not going to waste both of our times right now by staying in this conversation that we're either forcing each other to be in right now.
Hmm.
But at the same time, um, I'm not doing this because it's like I'd rather it's just you personally don't want to deal with you. I'm out. I have someone better I can talk to. If
Mm. Yeah.
but sticking in a conversation, yeah, that's something. That's
Yeah. It's a
find a
hard
way
one.
to exit, ripcord or something like that.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
have a special sign with a friend and anything
Word.
to
No, I
to
agree with you wholeheartedly on that. Like, but as we come to the end of this episode, what do you want to leave people with in regards to this topic, reassurance and clarity?
oh man. Okay. So when it comes down to what you were saying, reassurance and clarity, it comes down to, I know there's a certain way I want to say this and everything, but basically, when it comes down to being true to yourself, understanding what you need, and it's going to take a long time. There's a fake it till you make it kind of aspect to it, but know that in the same way you can work with life, we can work with a test, everything else. If you study for a test, if you overstudy for something to a point where you go in and no matter what doubts you have, it's okay. It's already in your subconscious, everything. You already know the answers. There's no way you can do wrong with it. If you approach life, if you approach in the same way where you're like, well, in a situation, say reassurance, say let's talk about workplace or anything else. You've approached a situation where you've taken all consideration, everything else. You've done what you could. You inputted what you could into it.
Hmm.
Okay, I did what I could. I can reassure myself that that's I did to my best of my abilities. Same thing works in relationships and friendships. I've put everything I could. If you didn't, then acknowledge the fact within yourself that you have not. But acknowledge the fact that you will work to be better
Yeah.
at who you are. You, at a point, what I hope for everybody can be is that they can be a lightning rod. They can be somebody's shoulder. They can be somebody that they rely on to go to. And I think that if we have, a more of a world where we have people like that, it will help the world heal and um, have the empathy to improve everyone. Uh, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, thank you again for joining me for this episode. You guys can find me on all social media platforms at Random Guy Kev and my website, randomguykev.com. Don't forget to check in, and I will catch you guys on the next one.